Good evening, depending on where you are in the world. I'm Father Roderick, and you're watching my Lego live stream. We are building Hogwarts Castle, and you can see here on the main table the second part of the castle. We've been making good progress yesterday, and today I hope to make even more progress because I'm starting a little bit earlier compared to the last few days. Hopefully that will allow us to finish the castle by the end of the weekend, which will be really, really cool. As always, feel free to enter your questions and comments in the chat room. I'll be able to read those and answer your questions. And I have to say, it's really a joy for me to interact and to chat. It's just as much part of the fun as the building itself, if you ask me. Just looking at the camera settings here for a second. I did switch the bulbs. I'm using Philips Hue bulbs to film to light the table and the set, but these clearly have a different type of frequency compared to the Chinese light bulbs that I was using. So I can tell that there's a little bit of a flicker in the screen, and I unfortunately cannot really, well, maybe if I switch this to 60 Hertz, no, that doesn't really matter that much. It's hardly perceptible. I hope it's not bothering you. As yesterday, lots of you are going to watch Endgame or have just watched it. Keep it spoiler free for those that still are going to enjoy that. I'm going to change the frequency of these lights here for a second. I need my phone to do that. And in the meantime, I'm also going to post the stream to Twitter and to Facebook so we get some more people visiting us. In the meantime, look at what we've built yesterday. Let's see, we've got Hugh. Castle. There we go. There we go. And we can put that up here too. Very well, so the Twitterverse and the Facebook universe is also aware that I'm streaming live, and I have this app that I can use for the colors of the light. So let me put that to read. Let's see, it will make it a little bit, this is relax, bright. That's interesting. I still see the same flickering in the screen, so this may be actually a problem of the frame rate on the webcam. What if I switch this to, let's see, basic, manual, or aperture exposure? So that's that gonna help. White balance. What if I put that on auto? Oh, it makes it a little bit more yellow. Ooh, this is very orange. Very orangey. This looks more like daylight to me. And here I can change, oh yeah, there it is. It's probably exposure time. Yes, it's exposure time. So now it's gone. Yep, it's gone. And I'm just gonna add a little bit more gain to make the overall image slightly brighter. That will be nicer to look at from, especially if you've got darker screens here for a sec. And the FaceTime camera definitely needs a little bit more aperture. If I can change that for that matter, which I'm not sure I can. Exposure time. Whoa, that's very bright. The built-in camera of the Mac is not very good. Okay, well, this will do the job. Let me know if you have any complaints. Hey, Mike. Hey, Rubber Chasnader one, do you have Instagram? Yes, just look for Father Roderick. Actually, I redid my entire YouTube channel this morning. I added lots of pictures, added more playlists, and I've also included new links to my various social media accounts. All right, we're going to build our first new minifigure. It's been a while. They do these as rewards. So we are now going to build, I think, one of the best looking minifigures. It's Rowena Ravenclaw. And of course you know her from the house Ravenclaw. The 4 houses of Hogwarts are named after the 4 founders of Hogwarts Castle. And we're talking about wizards and witches that lived around 1,000 years before the events in Harry Potter. And Rowena Ravenclaw was a Scottish witch. So she lived in the same area as where they actually founded the castle. She had a daughter, Helena, and she also was always wearing a diadem. And on this minifigure that I'm going to show you in a second, you can actually see her wearing it. See if I can hold that up to the camera. I'm not sure if it will focus. Let's hope it will. Or I may have turned the focus off. Let's see. Does that work? Not really. Let's check again if I have it on autofocus. I never know. It's on manual, advanced. Is it on autofocus? No, it's not on autofocus. That's why it was not working. Okay, let's try again. So, yeah, now it's focusing. Well, more or less. Focus. It's seeing too much of the background, so I'm trying to wait. I'm new to this. Let's use this to block. Yeah, there you can. It's still struggling with the light a little bit. Wow. Okay, come on. Light. There you go. So you can see she's wearing the diadem. Her daughter Helena actually took it, and then she fled the country, making Rowena almost literally sick. And she sent one of her guards, I think, after her, and so he tried to convince Helena, whatever, to come back home. She refused, and so he stabbed her, and that condemned him to live as a ghost in the hallways of Hogwarts Castle. So here we see her with her wand. Well, the focusing is really off today, but anyway. Very, very nice minifigure. Nice print. She also has a sad face on the other side. Let me take off the hair. So here you see her crying after she lost her daughter. I'll keep her happy face for now. So that was the first little reward for coming this far. The next micro build is the Whomping Willow that you all know, of course, from was it the second Harry Potter movie? Where Harry has to be rescued from the Dursleys because he's been locked up by Uncle Herman. And then it's Ron who actually stole the car from his father in order to free Harry and bring him to Hogwarts. And then, of course, they they end up in the tree. They crash into the Whomping Willow. And there is actually a tiny little car that we're going to build as well. So this is a lot of fun. Hopefully today we will have less problems than yesterday. I had another issue with the tower that you can see here. It houses Professor Umbridge's study room or office. And it was very, very hard to get that in place. So hopefully less trouble this time. Okay. I noticed that the camera, if I place things here, then you'll be able to see it. As you can tell, the camera is now in a much higher position. I placed the thing on a very wonky an empty box. So hopefully things will stay put for the time being. But it also means that I have to keep my builds right here in the center, otherwise you won't be able to see this. Do I prefer Harry Potter or Star Wars? I like them equally. I really like them equally. I don't see why I should choose. I enjoy both. Star Wars has been with me for most of my life, so. But yeah, Harry Potter definitely is lasting quite a bit. Wow, this is really the most hard to decipher. I almost have to like use my phone for extra light because it's all dark brown. I'm just going to use the flashlight, and even with the extra light of my phone, it's almost impossible to figure out. Wait a minute. To figure out what they want me to do. I think this, it's almost invisible. Everything is so dark. Okay. I think that's it. Fortunately, it's only temporary. We need three of these. 1, 2, 3. Plus 2 of these. Very well. And then the next step is going to be 1 of these. Yeah. So the tricky part here is not the actual build, it is reading the instructions. There. And this. Will this stick? So today I've got the day off, that's why I'm home, and I can do this a little bit earlier. I worked hard yesterday at the office, and a very productive day, but I really enjoy working a bit less than earlier this year. And tomorrow is going to be the King's birthday, and he's coming to our town with the Queen. And so most life will be completely come to a standstill. So that will give me another day. Oh wow, even more dark brown stuff. Jeez. Just show you the manual. It's oops. Look, all this looks like black to me. Some of the studs have holes in them. Yes, this is not an official Lego set. This is a cheap knockoff version. which has the advantage of being very cheap, or cheaper, has the downside of being very low quality compared to the real Lego set. If I had to choose this again, knowing how much fun I have building this thing, I would totally go for the real set. It's worth it. But I just wanted to try it out and see what the quality was. Okay. Can you see what I'm doing? Yeah, in the upper part of the screen. Next time I should mount a webcam with an even wider angle. This is my old Logitech headset, Logitech webcam. At the office I have the Brio, which is very, very powerful widescreen 4K. But I'm using that for green screen purposes, so I don't want to take it home. So yeah, this morning I've been kind of taking care for the first time in years of my YouTube page, because I believe it's really worth building on what we have here. I enjoy the Lego streams, I enjoy chatting with you all, but I also realized that I have not really gotten the most out of that YouTube channel, and there's so much content missing because my previous YouTube channel got shut down, so a lot of my stuff is gone. Well, it's not gone, but it's not online, so I want to put that back online. I hope I'm doing this well. So this will actually be a movable tree. It will have the ability to rotate, just like the Whomping Willow was able to move around. Very cool. Comical, can you add me on Xbox? Yeah, if you've made a request, I'll do that. But I have not been playing any games lately, so I haven't logged in. There we go. Frustratingly small pieces. 1, 2, 3. Four? Does it need an extra one? No, it's already in place. Then we have this piece. And some tentacles. Alright. So this is one of the arms of the tree. I'm going to build a second one. One, 2, 3. There you go. Now we've got 2 tentacles. Oh, that's the downside of doing stuff manually with this camera. As soon as the sun starts to shine outside, everything is overblown. Let's see if I can fix that. Aperture priority. Yeah, it's getting darker now. And we'll just do this one also. Auto exposure. Ooh, that gets very dark. Yeah, cameras is an ongoing issue. Whoa. If I do more Lego in the future, I'll need to figure this out. That's my gamer tag. It's Pixel Priest. There we go. Slightly better. I may actually close the window, the curtains. This is only going to get worse with the light outside. For some reason, the built-in FaceTime camera is really bad at guessing. Okay, well, something like that. Okay, we're going to add these arms to the tree, at least. Oh, I see. We're going to put the upper part of the tree. I'll connect these two. There you go. Now this rotates, this upper part. So if we put the arms on that, it will look like a tree already, a little bit. Okay, number one. And the second one right there. Look, now we've got an ent. Looks like something from The Lord of the Rings. Will you be live streaming the Hogwarts Express? Yeah. Whenever I do Lego, I'll try to stream this. If there is an interest for it, of course, but I never really expected anyone to be interested in this because it's just me. Doing Lego-y stuff. So. But some people say it's nice to chat and others like that it's kind of calm. I also noticed that I had a small Let's Play playlist on my YouTube channel, which was last active like 3 years ago. I think I was trying out Battlefront 1, the very first one, and I never did any other Let's Plays. But I guess that with, at least with some games, I'd probably be able to do some chatting just as I do with Lego. There may be another way to connect with the community. Very nice. The tree starts to look much more like a tree already. And now we're going to build this tiny micro version of the car. I love it. It's insanely small. That is so well thought out. There you go. I love this. Check this out. How tiny it is. Oh, I think I broke off this tower. Let's put it back. I have to become more and more careful. And then I can put the tree in the car in the tree. There you go. So now, oh, look at that. That is awesome. The car is caught in the tree. Oh, that is brilliant. Anyway, I'll put the tree on the side because I think are we done with the tree? Yes, we're done. Okay. That means we can now start to... What is Roderick's 2437? That is not my screen name. I don't know what that is. At least not that I'm aware of. So it's Pixel Priest, just the way you pronounce it. We're going to do some more of the rocky stuff around the castle. This again is going to require a little bit of detective work, because I need to figure out where to place the elements. This is where I'm supposed to be. All that is in place. This two. Oh wait, it's on top. Right, I gotta put that right there. So, one here. I hope you can see a little bit more of what I'm doing now that the camera is higher up. Put this one here. There we go. Whoa. Okay. And the tree holder goes right there. That is, if it sticks. There we go. Gandalf versus Dumbledore. Who wins and why? Well, Gandalf is much more than just a wizard, as you know. He's a Valar. So I would say Dumbledore is much more powerful than a regular wizard. And he's been around for thousands of years. So yeah, definitely Gandalf. You shall not pass. Okay. Bit of this. I think that's it. No, one more, two more of these. Very well. Brenda wants to know which Harry Potter movie is my favorite. I guess the first one and the fourth one. I really like the Triwizard Tournament. Story-wise, there's just so much happening in that one movie. So you get these different set pieces which are super enjoyable. I really like that. I also like the fact that the kids are starting to grow up a little bit more, and they become more interesting. The acting is better. But the first movie, I like it a lot because it's the charm of the discovery. It's the classic story of an orphan who receives his calling. So it's really a classic mythology. And I remember just seeing that movie for the first time and loving it. Of course, the special effects are not as good as later on in the series. I also really liked the first two movies because the overall tone was much more cheerful, and then they suddenly switched with the Prisoner of Azkaban. They started to become so grim and so bleak, and I did not appreciate that at all. I think the Harry Potter story is a story of hope. And I kind of missed that in the way the movies were made. I think for now, the Fantastic Beasts series is keeping a better balance visually. it's much less jarring. Like the difference between the second and the third Harry Potter movie was huge, and it was just too much of a change. Unfortunately, they kind of went back to the kind of a middle ground later on. But yeah, my favorite Star Wars film is A New Hope and Empire Strikes Back. Both are really, really good. The movie I disliked the most is probably Phantom Menace. Well, I'm not really a fan of. I like Return of the Jedi, but there are also lots of things that I don't like in that movie. It's a mixed bag, as usual, with Star Wars. There are things I like and things I thought they could have done better. Five of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Plus 2 of these. Okay. Now that the camera is up there, you can see much better what I'm doing here. This is laying the foundations for the next floor. I hope this is correct. I think it is. One, two. Wait a minute. Oh, mistake. Let's see if this works. Yep. There we go. First these. And 2 more. Okay. 1, 2. One and 2. And that's it, I think. Some more tiny stuff. 1, 2. This is actually a very short step, as far as I can tell. 2 of these. Plus that's peculiar. That is weird. I'm missing, oh, like I'm missing a lot of pieces. I forgot to open a bag. Okay, that helps. That really helps. I'm like, wow, so many missing pieces. Right. Oh. I forgot one. Right, there has to be one here. Hey Parker, how's life in Canada? And proud Hufflepuff is from Las Vegas. That's my favorite vacation destination. Oh, hard to choose. I love France. I love Spain. I guess one of the most enjoyable times I had recently was in Spain while walking the Camino de Santiago. And I just posted the playlist of the videos that I made during that walk. That was a 40-day walk, more than 1,000 kilometers. I posted that also on the main page of my YouTube channel. And more is coming, because at one point I stopped posting vlogs because it was so hard to edit everything after a day of walking. So I didn't really finish the story, but I hope to do that in the near future. Okay, this is tricky. Lots of tiny pieces. I need to figure out where they belong. They all look similar in the manual. I've got one more. There's one there. Got one here. There's one here. I think it's on this side. There you go. Yep. Now we have these. Tricky. This one right there. So what about you all? What is your favorite country in the world? I'm still at it, yes. Still at it. If you had to pick one country besides the country where you live, which country would you like to be? Or where would you like to be the most? And why? I'm turning the tables here. Now I'm the one asking the questions. Crickets. Okay. Eresiel would go to Poland. Poland is beautiful. There's many different types of landscapes. So there's a lot of variety there, which is nice. Plus good food. Okay, one here. And the third one right there. Michiel would go to France. Language, culture, food, so many different regions to see and to do different things, from sea to mountains to countryside to cities. Yes, it's one of the reasons that I love France as well. It's close by for us here in the Netherlands, and you can go there every year and not feel like you're in the same country. There's so much history there too. Okay, this is starting to become a little bit more interesting for you all to watch, because we are going to build some towers, apparently, from the looks of it. Okay. So you get to see a little bit more structural progress here. There we go. 1, 2, and 3. Plus. Oh, stay put, will you? Good. These are the inner walls, I suppose. There we go. Brenda would go to Argentina. Lived there previously and loved it. Really? Wow. How cool. Our queen is from Argentina. And our pope as well. So perhaps I'm biased, but that would be a nice country to visit. Northwest Canada. I love the Rocky Mountains, and there are a lot of Tlingit Indians there, of which I am one. Cool. Very awesome. I've never been to Northwest Canada. I've been to the eastern part of Canada and the middle part, Winnipeg, which was very cold. It was in the winter. But I have a great love for Canada and for Canadians in general. It's very gentle people. One and two. Bazinga would go to the UK because of the beautiful coastline. It's one of the countries I'd like to go to more often. I've been there just a few times. Never been to London, for instance, ever. Scotland is also one of my favorite areas. Have been there twice. Would like to go there more often as well, but with my current work, it's hard to travel because I always have to be here during the weekends. And if I travel, I usually try to, well, it has to be for work. So in the near future, I have to go to Rome and film a few episodes there. And don't get me wrong, I love Rome, but I've been there so often. And there was so much else to explore. I'd love to go to Iceland. But my big master plan is, now that I'm outsourcing more of my work to other people, in order to focus more on building this YouTube channel and continue to build on the community that I've gathered over the past 12 years through podcasting, I may have to travel a little bit more and do these shorter travels to various parts of the world. I will go to France in the upcoming weeks. So Rome and France. And that will be fun for the YouTube channel as well. That's one of the other reasons that I want to finish this build. Because I can't bring it along to Italy, of course. But traveling is usually very good for the YouTube channel. People love to travel with me. Fernando García. Aquí llorando por el final de los Vengadores. I'm not sure what you're... Oh, de los Vengadores, the Avengers. How cool. I didn't know they had a Spanish name. Yeah, it was very emotional. Los Vengadores. Muy bien. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Excellent. Have you played many board games? Yes, many. I love board games of all sorts of types. We just finished a long session of a board game called Charterstone. We're soon going to play another kind of an anime-based board game. Played various Star Wars board games. It's a ton of fun, especially because you can play it with friends. And you have a great time together. It's one of my biggest discoveries of the past 2 years, board games. I always suspected that I would like it, but I never had friends who were into board games. And now I have, which makes me very grateful. That's interesting. There's a gap. That is weird. Very weird. Here too, a gap for some reason. I have one more thing left. I guess that should go here. There we go. Comical likes Iraq. People are very sweet there. Yes, I have a lot of parishioners that are from Iraq. And they are awesome. Hey, Lucas. Joining us from Germany. Have you noticed the Hobbit's meals in the Lord of the Rings are the same times as the Divine Office? I did not know that. I did not know that. But yeah, second breakfast and some kind of food liturgy. Hobbits are all about pacing, so kind of makes sense because Liturgy of the Hours is also about pacing. Have you played Twilight Imperium? No, I haven't heard of it. Yeah, Charterstone is awesome. It is very demanding, though. It's I was playing with hardcore board game players, and even we got things wrong, and there's so many rules, so many things changing all the time. So it was fun, but also, in the end, I wouldn't immediately want to play it a second time. And it's a lot about resources, and I don't know, it just lacked a story for me. It was fun, but fun to play it once. But it is a brilliant game. I mean, there's so much that changes, and every game you play is impacting the board and the rules forever. So there's a lot you have to choose, and that, you know, there's no way back. You can't reset things, and that makes it unique. Never played a game like that. I think we're almost done. Two, 4, 6. Hey, I forgot these. There we go. 1 and 2. All right, very well. Nice. I should look into Twilight Imperium. I'll check it out. I'll definitely look that up. What's the author or the publishing house? Believe it or not, there's also a Harry Potter board game with miniatures. It looks really cool. It's just that quality-wise, it's pretty lackluster. The figurines break easily. There's been a lot of controversy about the game, but in general, I'm still very intrigued. I'd love to play a board game that is Harry Potter based, just because I like to dwell in the Harry Potter universe. And we don't have that many good video games anymore. I mean, there is the Lego Harry Potter games, which are fine, but it's, you know, it's Lego, so it's a little bit, I don't know. It's a bit fake. 1, 2, 3. Let's go build some sides of the tower. Hey, I've got a question for you all. I'm thinking of creating my own Stormtrooper costume and building it from scratch. Do you think that that I should stream that? Would you think that's something that you would look at? B, if so, what kind of Stormtrooper should I pick? There are costumes of everything. You've got the classic Stormtroopers, you've got the Stormtroopers from the current trilogy, you've got the biker scouts, you've got the snow troopers, Imperial Guards. What is your favorite Stormtrooper? You've got the Sand Troopers from Tatooine. Luxor droids. Okay. Starting to get a little bit more structure here. I'm glad that we're building on top of this. It was such an empty space for a long time. And if I were to build those costumes, I probably would need some help, because I've never done that before. So I may invite other friends to come over and help me with that. That goes here. No, here. Good. And then this final piece of the castle goes right here. I like it. I really like it. Very, very nice. The ones in red, Imperial Guards. Yeah, they're actually very cool looking. Let's see. 31. So, another step, more plastic bags. Thankfully, these are recyclable. Interesting colors. Some more stained glass, clearly. Always love that. And tiny little windows. So yeah, now we're talking. Starting to get very interesting again. Hey RPG Gaming, good to see you. Steve says, yeah, stream it, classic Stormtrooper. Yeah, I kind of feel the same way. You kind of need the classic Stormtrooper, right? The downside of the classic Stormtrooper costume is you can't sit down in it. Whereas with the Biker Scout, you can. So that is something to take into consideration. Fernando, ¿a quién prefiere más? ¿Clones o Stormtroopers? Stormtroopers. I've never been a fan of the look of the clone troopers. But then again, it's also because I grew up with regular Stormtroopers, and not so much with the prequels. Oh, wait a minute. I need to check something on the other part of the castle here for a sec. Is this on the outside or on the inside? It's on the outside. Okay. Because these windows have paint on one side and glass on the other side, and I wondered if I'd put the paint on the outside or on the inside. And I guess I put it on the outside. Doesn't really matter, but I'm a perfectionist. There we go. I have seen Endgame, yes. My review is up on the YouTube page if you wanna hear what I thought. Just go to the main YouTube page and you'll be able to see it. It's spoiler free, so it is relatively safe. Oh, wait a minute, this does not look good when it's turned this way, so I'll turn this around, see if that helps. Well, it's somewhat better, strangely enough. Okay, I'll put the paint on the inside then. Same problem. Same problem. Brenda also votes for the classic Stormtrooper. Do you like Harry Potter? Well, yeah. I'm building Hogwarts Castle. Would be a bit strange if I hated Harry Potter, right? 2 of these. Okay. I'm going to turn the castle a little bit. Hopefully there is room enough on this table. I've got a massive desk, and even this desk is too small for this build. Insane. All right, just put it right there. You have the same scissors. Yeah, the scissors are from IKEA. IKEA has the best scissors. All right, let's go build these. Windows. 1, 2. There we go. And some pavement. Here. Very well. Good. Next. One, 2, 3, 4. 2 of these. And 2 of these. 1 window. A windowsill. 1 of these and an arc. That's it. Excellent. All right. One more window goes on top of this window. Yeah, we're building upwards. I love it. The arc goes here. Two tiny blocks there. And these are almost certainly torch holders. This is a very nice part of the building. So we're going to build another smaller hall here, which will also have stained glasses. And then here you see kind of a little, like an entrance. And this will be connected to the other part of the castle via a bridge. Where are you going to display the castle when I'm finished? It actually will get a place of honor on the board game table. Down the stairs. And it is finally time for some more stained glass window building. Always lovely. 4 pillars. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 red ones. 2 yellow ones. 1 green and 1 blue. Very well. We'll start with the blue. Oh, like this. I'd already forgotten the technique. Wait, like that. There we go. Green. It's going to be right there. Red. 2 red ones. 1, 2, 1 here. Is that a red one right there in the center? And we've got some yellow ones. Easy. And of course, they go the remaining openings. 1 and 2. Excellent. We place the pillars. 1 and 2. There we go. Hope you can see it a little bit because you're pretty up high there with the camera. Are you a real priest? I get that question a lot, especially lately with the Star Wars video. Some people are like, is this a cosplayer? That can't be a real priest, but yes, I am a real priest. Have been for over 20 years. And I work here in the Archdiocese of Utrecht in the Netherlands, in 2 parishes with a total of 15 churches. Because we don't have that many priests anymore in the Netherlands. Let's turn this around. And okay, we're going to build a little bit more of the 2 towers. That's good. But I can understand the question because there's so much on the web. You never know, are people real? Are they fake? Are they... And this is, you know, a YouTube channel and a presence in social media is not something that every priest will do. So it sometimes confuses people. Oh, wait. But that's been kind of part of my life. I've written a book a couple of years ago called Geek Priest, where I explain kind of the origins of my geekery and how being a geek and doing geeky stuff is kind of part of the way I work as a priest. Although there's of course a lot in my life that that is not on YouTube, or I mean, you see like a part of me, part of my work. I never really put stuff online about my work in the parish. So for some people, sometimes I scandalize people. They get very angry because they feel that I am not doing what a priest is supposed to do, and I don't know. I'm according to them, I'm hurting the image of the priesthood, and I don't know. And I always try to be mild when I get attacked, because I'm thinking, you know, people only see a small portion of what I do. They don't talk to my parishioners. If you want to know if, as a priest, I'm doing my work in the parish, then you should not judge people on the basis of what you see of them on social media. But some people just like to judge others, or some people are just very judgmental. And having been criticized very often in my life, I've become very careful with my own judgments. always, you don't know people. You can't judge people just on the basis of how they behave on the web. And even if you know people, even if you think that you know people very well, you still always have to keep an open mind. People can always surprise you and change also. So judging and condemning has rarely helped anyone. So I always try to be mild and stay positive. And clearly that strikes a chord with, at least with some people that are following me. And they appreciate that. And I'm happy that they're not, like a lot of people that are not Christian or Catholic, they still feel welcome, and they feel like I'm kind of a regular person, like a normal person. Now, I don't know what that says about their perception of the priesthood or the church in general, but what I do notice is that they value the fact that I don't try to hit them on the head with preaching or that sort of stuff. Yeah, we need to build bridges, absolutely. Well, thank you, Rusto. I appreciate your comments. Lucas asks if I like the Lord of the Rings. I love the Lord of the Rings. I absolutely love it. Anything that Tolkien wrote. And I wish there was more Hobbit-related Lego. There is some, but it's not very good. And with what I like about the Harry Potter Lego is that they have they're starting to redo a number of sets. The early sets were terrible, very awful, but now they're taking the same scenes and sets and are redoing them, but with much more of the knowledge, today's knowledge of how to build nice-looking Lego sets. Someone just at the end of yesterday's stream, notified me that there are some new pictures on the web of upcoming Harry Potter Lego sets. So I immediately checked that out, of course, and they look really good. There is the clock tower, and what else did I see? Unfortunately, there's no follow-up to this set. Something in me hoped that they would do like another micro build of the part of the castle that is not included in this set. I would absolutely buy that, but maybe that's still coming in the future. I know that this set has been a huge success for them, and since it's so expensive, it must have brought in quite a bit of money. So here's hoping that they will do micro expansions of this set. Okay. Another technique to build the walls of this castle. Oh, wait. Interesting. I've been singing the songs of Mary Poppins Returns all day long. I made the mistake of playing the playlist in the morning, and then those songs, do you ever have that? You hear a song in the morning and it stays with you for the rest of the day? My favorite song of Mary Poppins Returns is Where the Lost Things Go. So I've been playing that in my head all day long. But unfortunately, because this is streaming live, I can't play any music. Normally, when I'm doing something like this, I listen to songs. But if I would play those songs, then I get copyright strikes. So I don't want to do that. Hey, Jamie, or Jamie. Where are you from? 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Looking for one more piece. Oh, here it is. 4, 1, 2, 3. More support for the stained glass windows, I see. Oh, jeez. Good. I'm going to build the next entrance. Excellent. Two. Oh, stay here. 1. This one. And 2. 4 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4. Excellent. Okay. I'm now going to strengthen the arches. Same technique that we used during the building, while building the first half of the castle. So this one right there in the middle. Good. Whoa, dude. Putting way too much pressure on it. Man, I don't like it when that happens. Okay. Hopefully, that was the only thing that came off. Anything else damaged? Not that I can tell. Okay. There we go. Whew. All right. What's my most favorite Harry Potter movie? I can do a frequently asked questions list. Because people tend to ask the same questions, but there's nothing wrong with that. I like the Goblet of Fire and the Sorcerer's Stone. What's your favorite Harry Potter movie? Let's turn that around. Is one of the final ones, or do you prefer the movies of the beginning? Let me know your favorite Harry Potter story. Six, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Good. All right, we're going to do some serious stained glass window building. Fortunately, we've already trained this technique. It's just that sometimes the colors are a bit off in the manual, so I'm going to pay attention. Yellow. Okay. Nobody has any favorite Harry Potter movies? Or are you just doing something else? Which is totally fine with me. Good. Blue. And pink. There we go. All right. The one with the green, I should have placed them immediately. The one with the green goes right here. Oh, this is going to be tricky. Haha. Wow, that is not a very solid construction. Yet. Okay. Red. Oh, I should have made two. Okay, red and yellow. Red and yellow, where do I put that? That one goes right there. Good. Then the one with the white and yellow in the center. Come on now. Ecco qua. Ci siamo. And the other one with the blue and the purple goes here. Blue and pink. Have we got everything? No, we haven't. I should have made two more of these. So, yellow, white, blue, pink, Chamber of Secrets, the second Harry Potter movie. It does include a lot more mystery to the story. That's what I like about that one. And you've got the whole mystery of, you know, the diary and who does it belong to. Yeah, it's cool. Okay, stained glass stuff is in place. I will show you this later. I just can't do it right now because I'm afraid that the entire thing would fall apart. These stained glass techniques require me to finalize everything before I turn the castle. Okay. But we're getting there. Still one of my favorite new techniques ever. It is such a genius method of simulating stained glass. And especially when I'll have the LED lights installed, it will look splendid. There we go. Jijwin says, my favorite Harry Potter movie is Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone because this movie is the beginning of the Wizarding world and the Harry Potter world. Yeah, I remember the moment we enter Diagon Alley. That is maybe one of my favorite movies in the entire saga. There's just this moment of awe, and plus I was like, I want to live there. Diagon Alley, that's another set that they should redo. There are several Lego Harry Potter Diagon Alley sets, and they all look terrible, really terrible. They should do a micro set, if you ask me. Okay. Some torches. These are our classic torches that we've built a lot of these. And I think in the LED lighting set that I've ordered, you actually will replace those yellow studs with lights, with LED lights. So the torches will actually light up the castle. So it will have lamps or lights on the outside and on the inside of the castle. And it's something that has been on my wish list for ever since I bought this kit. But it was so expensive. Usually that was over 100. It was like 150 euros just for a bunch of LED lights. And then just the other day I was doing, like around Easter time, I noticed that there was a special deal. And so it was half price. And then there was even an extra 20% off. So I got the entire LED lighting set for around $60 instead of $160. That's crazy. Still expensive, but it was an easy decision because the lights really bring a set like this to a whole different level, especially because this is going to be used for like a centerpiece in the house. I don't mind spending a little bit extra for that. We're building some more wall elements for the tower. Okay. go, right there. This one. I'm not sure what this building is called. I need to look that up. I think. No, actually, I have no idea. And this one right there. Oh, wait. Other way around. Good. We're getting there. We are getting there. What time is it? Oh, 5:45 already. Jeez, these days go by so fast. I'm glad I started this in the afternoon. So I'll probably do another session in the evening, if that's okay with y'all. 1 and 2. Here we go. Which Hogwarts house are you in? Good question. I've done a number of those online tests, and it always ends up with Gryffindor. So I guess Gryffindor, although I do have a certain penchant for Hufflepuff because of the care of magical creatures. I'm really, I don't know, there's something about Hufflepuff that I like, something gentle, but I also really like the entrepreneurial aspect of the Gryffindors. It's funny, in the Harry Potter saga, I identify most with Harry Potter, and in the Fantastic Beasts saga, much more with, what's his name? Newt. And Newt is Hufflepuff. Wait, no? Like this? I'm currently watching the 5th Harry Potter movie. I want to go through all of the movies again. And then I want to go reread the books. Because that's been at least 10 years since I read the books. Yes, I'm going to... Brenda is Ravenclaw. Awesome. So... Wah! What am I doing? Oi. I was going to show you Rowena Ravenclaw. That's her. We built her at the start of this building session. Yeah, I'm going to put this on display in the board game room. But only once I've installed the lights. Steve is Slytherin. Nice. Yeah, the parishioner who got me hooked on Lego is a Slytherin as well. And actually, when I cosplay, I always go as the chaplain of Slytherin, so I have a Slytherin mantle with a Slytherin crest. So I always tell people that, yes, I'm a real priest. I'm the chaplain of Slytherin because I gotta help these kids in in House Slytherin to stay to kind of stay good. If there is one house that needs a chaplain, it's Slytherin, I guess. You're all awake now. I'm sorry for that. I'm sometimes very clumsy. There, we've got the windows ready. Lots of preparatory stuff for the next step. The towers are hollow, which means I got to be very careful not to drop any bricks in those holes. Oh, cool. There we go. It's going to be very tricky to put all the lights behind these windows. But we'll worry about that later. Do you like Chewbacca in Star Wars? Yeah. Who doesn't like Chewbacca? A friend of mine has an awesome Chewbacca costume that he always takes to conventions. And it is still one of the best costumes I've ever seen. Chewbacca is very hard to do well, costume-wise. But it helps. The guy himself is like 2 meters tall, so he's a super tall guy. So when he's wearing the costume, he totally is very believable. Chewbacca. Go. Yeah, this is all preparatory stuff. You can tell by the orange bricks, those are usually for reference. They're not going to be visible in the final build. Okay, we're almost done. Wait, before I do that, I may have to install these first. Yeah, let's do that first. Go. Done and done. Does it fit? Not really. And that's it. That's it. Oh, the next step is going to be awesome. We're going to build the bridge. Or at least like the wooden bridge. There's a lot of scenes happening in those, in that location, so that's pretty cool. Okay. Come on now. It's going to be on. Why is it so slow? Go away. Hold on. Here. And now I need to go here. I need to ban someone. Okay. Very good, very good, very good. So. There we go. Can I remove this guy? Yeah. Very good. All right. Well, this is the first time that happened. Someone was in the chat and bothering us with hate speech. So I reported the user and deleted the messages. So unfortunately, that is the risk of going online. Some people sometimes have anger issues. There's not much I can do about that, but it took me a while. Normally, the people in the chat are wonderful friends, so I wasn't prepared for this. So I had to kind of figure out how to remove people like that. All right, let me show you the results. Hopefully I can do this without destroying my entire castle. So here we see the build from my end of the table. So this is what we've been building. You see? The entrance, the stained glass windows. We've got the base of the towers. Some windows here. And then from the other side, it's still pretty empty. You can see the entrance there and some stained glass. This doesn't look very good yet. But this side looks pretty spectacular. So this is the entrance to the second building. And here we will build a bridge that will go and connect to the other part. And there is going to be another bridge somewhere. I'm not sure where exactly that's going to be. We'll discover that tonight, I guess. So that's the result of today's build. And then, of course, here in the corner, we have Hagrid's hut, the Rowena Ravenclaw, the Whomping Willow with the small flying car there, and that Salazar Slytherin. All right. That's it for today. Oh, right, well, not for today, but for now. I'm going to take a short break here. So thank you so much for joining me. And as always, thanks for all your questions and for the nice chat. And we will talk soon. Take care.